Welsh player strike has been avoided, so the game is going to go ahead. My name is Mark. Let's talk rugby. Wales v England, Saturday 25th of February in the Principality in Cardiff. So this one, kickoff is 4:45 local time. The roof is going to be open for this one as well. The last six between these teams in the Six Nations: 2022, England 23, Wales 19, 2021, Wales 40, England 24, 2020, England 33, Wales 30, 2019, Wales 21, England 13, 2018, England 12, Wales 6, 2017, Wales 16, England 21. So you can see over the last while, it has been the home team that has won these ones. The one exception there back in 2017 when England were the victors. But generally, looks like a home win by not that big a margin. So it should be a close game if it kind of sticks to that kind of level. Now the odds: Wales are 12-5, England 11-5 on favourites. The draw is 25-1. So England, for an away game at the Principality, pretty decent favourites there, I'd say. Bookmakers really going with them. Now on to the teams. So Wales, we have fullback is Lee Halfpenny, right wing is Josh Adams. The centres are Mason Grady and Joe Hawkins. Left wing is Lewis Reed-Sama. 10 is Owen Williams. 9, Tomas Williams into the pack then. Front row, Garrett Thomas, Ken Owens, Thomas Francis. Second row, Adam Beard and Alan Wynne-Jones. The back row, Christ Suzuna. Sorry, I'm always bad at saying his name. Chiunza, Justin Tipperick, Talupe Falatau. Onto the bench then, we have Bradley Roberts, Reece Kerr, Dylan Lewis, Stafford Jenkins, and Tommy Reffel are the forwards. And the backs then, Kieran Hardy, Dan Bigger, and Nick Tompkins. The England team then, fullback is Freddie Stewart. Right wing, Max Malin. Centres, Henry Slade and Ollie Lawrence. Left wing, Anthony Watson. The halfbacks, Owen Farrell and Jack Van Poortvliet. Into the forwards, front row, Ellis Genge, Jamie George, Kyle Sinclair. Second row, Maro Itoje, Ollie Chesham. Back row, Lewis Ludlam, Jack Willis, Alex Dombrandt. Onto the bench then, forwards, Jack Walker, Mako Vunipola, Dan Cole, Courtney Laws, Ben Curry. Backs, Alex Mitchell, Marcus Smith, and Henry Arundel. Okay, so let's look at how many caps each of the teams have. So in the backs, Wales 214 to England 261. So you can see Wales, going with some of the younger players there. Forwards, 564 for Wales to 282 for England. Tells you a lot about how much experience that Welsh forward pack has. The starting 15s and 778 caps for Wales to 543 for England. On the bench then, it's fairly even. 224 to come off the bench for Wales and 217 for England. Totals 1,002 for Wales. Second time this Six Nations that their squad has over 1,000 caps in it. And England 760. So 760 generally, that's a fairly good number for England, but still, dwarfed by that Welsh one. And given the fact that they are bringing in, an uncapped player and some younger guys as well, just tells you the older guys how many caps they have between them there. So in terms of the teams in Wales, so Warren Gatland delayed naming his team this week. He was going to name on Tuesday, named it today instead, and that was to basically there was like a training session was cancelled to allow the players to continue negotiating with the WRU in terms of possible player strike and basically what's going to happen with a lot of issues there. You've got first of all the fact that contracts haven't been offered from the regions because they don't have their budgets yet. Talk about lowering the 60 cap rule for players to play outside of Wales. Discussions around, WRU wanted to make some of the players, I think it was 20% of the players, pay dependent on performance, and also the players wanted to have representation for the meetings with the WRU as well. So they did actually have players on there as well, along with the regions themselves. So lots of stuff to be ironed out there. It's basically, it hasn't been solved. It's been put on pause for now. The game's going to go ahead, but it's going to rumble on. And WRU really, I just think, need to get their shit together on this. Like the way they're treating the players, the way they're treating the regions is not right, and they need to sort it out as well. And there is some blame there for the regions too. It's not just the WRU, but the WRU, I think, are the major problem in this. Back though to the team. So Gatland has made 9 changes in all from the team that lost to Scotland. Mason Grady is in for his debut in the centres instead of George North, who's out of the squad. Owen Williams will make his first test start at 10, with Dan Biggar dropping down to the bench. Lee Halfpenny is back from injury. He replaces Liam Williams, who is left out of the squad completely. Williams probably paid a price for conceding a yellow card in each of the first 2 rounds against Ireland and Scotland. Rhys Sama is also back from injury. He replaces Rio Dyer. I feel Rio Dyer is a little unlucky to miss out, but I think Rhys Sama, once he was fit, he was always going to come back into the team, especially when they're not winning. The pack looks very similar to the one that played Ireland. I think 7 out of 8 of those players started against Ireland and didn't do all that well. So they're definitely going to have to up their performance considerably, taking on this England pack as well. Both teams, we've seen that they've been trying, especially last round, to dominate territory and trying to hold on to the ball as well. So it's going to be interesting to see, can Wales actually do that at home against England? And if they do, like how will England adapt to that? The Welsh lineouts struggled against Scotland. They were down at 79%, while England actually went 21 from 21 against Italy. So that could be an area where England are going to attack Wales unless they improve that. So looking to the likes of Beard and Alan Jones, the Faletau as well, to try to improve that. Just kind of an aside as well, I mentioned yesterday in the news that Joe Hawkins was supposed to sign for Exeter for next season. Exeter have come out and denied those rumours, saying that there's no truth in it at all. So that's kind of, I don't know who put that rumour out there. Maybe someone jumped the gun on something possibly. In terms then of Wales' attack struggling, they only made one clean break against Scotland. England made 4 against Italy, but England were like the second worst of the Six Nations teams last round. And the total between them of 5 is actually less than Italy, who made 6 breaks against England, and Italy were, along with France, were third and fourth, I guess, for clean breaks. So yeah, Wales, like there's a lot of room for improvement for them, and they're going to need to improve, I think, for this game. On to England then. As I said, they opt to have the roof open. I think they do that every time that they play in the Principality since there's obviously been a roof on. Anthony Watson is back in for Ollie Hassel-Collins, who is out injured. So he was in the, I think it was on the bench, right, against Scotland, and then was out of the squad for Italy, but he's back in now. But it does mean that there's going to be no debut for Caden Murley. People were speculating that possibly he would get the nod to fill in for Hassel-Collins, but hasn't happened, so he's going to have to bide his time for that. Courtney Lawes also back in the squad. He'll be coming off the bench. So, I felt that the back row have been going fairly well. So it's going to be interesting to see. He is picked as, I think, a second row replacement, but we'll see whether he plays in the second row or at 6 when he comes on. Ben Curry is on the bench. He's been called up into the squad after his brother Tom got injured. So, yeah, if he's on the bench, he's going to be going into the back row. So maybe Lawes will go into the second row when he comes on. But with those two in there, especially Lawes, like something to point out against Italy, like England's maul went really well. Part of that was to do with Italy's maul defence being very poor, but you can't deny that was a very efficient England maul going forward. Let's see, can they use it again against this Welsh pack who, as I said, are kind of under pressure to perform. So England might target them there. But England's scrum wasn't bulletproof against Italy. They were at 78% there. So I think the scrum is going to be kind of an area where both teams are going to try and get on top at the first couple of scrums. And then after that, then it's going to be down to, does the referee think one scrum is kind of causing problems, if there are any problems. Next then, England conceded 15 turnovers against Italy. That was the highest of round 2. They're going to have to look after the ball a bit better against Wales, especially with the likes of Justin Tipuric around there, trying to snaffle ball there in the back row, and with people like Faletau as well in there, and Ken Owens is pretty good at getting over the ball too. They're going to have to just be more careful there with resourcing their rucks properly. They had the least meters run last time out as well with 302 meters, but Wales are only slightly better with 308. So it's another one where, now they're playing each other, maybe they're going to, be able to make more meters against each other, because Wales, with that younger backline, are definitely going to want to give those players a chance to run with the ball. In terms of the game overall then, like it's the battle of the newly appointed coaches. England have started marginally better under Borthwick. They've obviously got that win against Italy under their belt and put a fairly okay performance in against Scotland, although losing at Twickenham still would have hurt. Gatland is still looking for his first win in the second spell against Wales. So This is a tight one to call. I think England might just edge it, but I'm probably going to be. I don't know. Will I be cheering for Wales? I think I probably will be. But what do you think? Who's going to win this one?